exciting news that will positively affect our city, our neighborhoods, and our community and the entire county that we want to share with you today. As you all are aware, and it has been reported before, we began a process to modernize our former City Hall, this building here, into a standalone, accredited, accessible 21st century police station. Through the generosity of the Commonwealth under both Governors Rendell and Corbett, the City of York procured a $5 million state grant for this project. It is important to reinforce the fact that our objective to attain the national CALEA accreditation is paramount to this project. Having our station meet this certification paves the way for future federal funding, and it means real dollars for public safety in our community. The accreditation process is not a simple one, and when looking only at the bottom line, one can question cutting elements of a project that might save money now, but would ultimately jeopardize the accreditation. Folks, we have the largest, most professional, proactive, and hard-working law enforcement force in York County. And our police chief would attest, not a week goes by that our officers are not working in this station collaboratively with officers from outside municipalities. Our police officers work at a cohesive metropolitan force because we are one metropolitan York. And we all know criminals don't pay any attention to the municipal boundaries. Therefore, we will not sacrifice when it comes to public safety. It has been a priority of mine since I took office. Our chief has instituted community policing, walking patrols, neighborhood units, segways. We have partnered with other police departments throughout the county and as well as the county sheriffs and our city school district. It is having a positive effect on our community's quality of life. And others in our community have noticed as well. And speaking of crime, it is criminal, in my opinion, that we ask our officers to work in the unsanitary and unhealthy building environment that once was in this building. For far too long, maintenance was deferred and not done. And as elected leaders, we know that there comes a reconciliation time for decades of neglect. I believe it was about 3 years ago when Councilman Henry Nixon, who is here with us today, took a walking tour of this facility. He saw firsthand that our officers were crammed into every possible nook and cranny. He noted that the locker room floor flooded, where our officers are asked to gear up for their shift to protect our city. He noticed that the evidence storage was ill-equipped and our holding cells were not cut out for their sole function. So I went up to Governor Rendell's office and sought funding. And when Governor Corbett took office, he made our case to honor the pledge. I also recall Councilman Nixon looking very closely at the construction clause recently and calling me directly and stating that he was unsure that as a council member, he could vote to authorize the construction contract that might cause the city to incur more costs. We discussed it candidly, and I asked that he trust me and give me a few months because we were in discussions with one of our great friends in our community. And as news of the condition of our station and the project to improve them were made public, WellSpan wanted to help. Because of the great partnership that we have cultivated, they stood by us unequivocally. Ladies and gentlemen, the friendship and support of our city that I've witnessed and shared with the leadership and employees through all ranks have been impressive and unyielding. And the respect and esteem they hold for our county's first responders is paramount. This relationship that has grown and developed with time, cultivation, and goodwill. WellSpan prides itself on working as one to improve our community. In the past, they rose to the occasion and afforded our officers with the ability to obtain much needed equipment, as well as supporting enhancements of our neighborhood policing in the South George Street area. To have a safe community, we need an exceptional, professional, and driven police team. And today, once again, they stand beside our community in support by providing for the creation of the future WellSpan Police Training Center, which will comprise the fourth floor of the York City Police Department. The financial generosity will not only provide the opportunity for our police department to reach full accreditation, but for our officers and officers across the county to receive state-of-the-art training in a state-of-the-art facility. This, in return, will prepare our officers, our community's first responders, with the skills and the necessary experience to keep us all safe. And we must not limit our training of the mind, but also the body. This 4th floor will house a modest fitness facility and an evidence storage area that meets the national requirements. I would now like to invite Police Chief Kelly to the podium to say some few remarks about the work that our officers do and how the relationship with WellSpan has positively impacted our guys. Chief Kelly?
The relationship with WellSpan goes without saying. They've been a great partner to us throughout the years. Once again, they've stepped up to the plate to ensure that our officers have the ability to do their job professionally, that they will meet accreditation, which is important to the citizens of the city of York, so that they know they have the best prepared police department in the area, that they're capable of handling anything that comes before them, that they're properly trained. The evidence is handled in an up-to-the-minute fashion. Not that we handled things incorrectly before, but this will allow us to handle things more efficiently and allow us to better put the bad guys in jail, basically. It's my job as police chief to make sure that our officers are equipped with the things that they need to go out and serve the public each day. And through WellSpan's generosity, we are seeing this take place. If you go up to our what we call our 3rd floor here, many people call our 4th floor. It's an area that was once an attic that housed basically leftover rubbish in a way, but a lot of old records that dated back into the 1800s. And now it's being equipped with a heating system, a cooling system, a training facility, and a state-of-the-art evidence holding area to include a clothes dryer that will allow us to collect better DNA evidence than we ever were before. So there's a lot of great things that are coming out of this. Our officers are getting something that they deserve and will help them do their job. So once again, thank you very much, WellSpan. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Chief. Folks, this organization does not simply talk the talk, they walk the walk. They recognize the important role our responders play in our daily lives. They see firsthand in their emergency rooms the downside of the criminal activity. Today would not be possible if not for a committed civic partner and the relationship of trust and mutual respect we have established. WellSpan, the City of York, our police officers, all first responders are committed to a safer and healthier York. My sincere thank you to WellSpan Health, to the executive leadership, their board of directors, and the thousands of employees. My thanks to our officers as well for their unshakable commitment to our community and their jobs regardless of the working condition, to our police chief, to those city council members, past and present, that have supported this long overdue project, to Jim Gross, who keeps us all moving forward. Thank you so very much. Thank you to Michael O'Rourke, keeps the numbers in place, and Kevin Schreiber, who's here with us as well, too, to keep things moving and change a venue every now and again. And again, your gracious efforts are appreciated, everyone. We appreciate it. Thank you for being a wonderful friend, WellSpan, and the City of York appreciates all that you do. And we will continue to make sure our officers are equipped throughout the county, because this is now a county training center, so we appreciate it again. Thank you all. WellSpan is here. Chief Kelly and I are available. Jim is available if there are any questions from the media.
This area over in here are going to be the training facility. Once it's all walled out, the training room and storage for equipment and those sorts of things in all these rooms. Though this section down here hasn't been walled out yet, but basically everything from the end of these studs here all the way down to the end will all be evidence storage. To the left side, there's going to be a big room where we'll have clothes dryers. A lot of times we get soiled clothes, we get bloody clothes, clothes from sex crimes and so forth that need to be air dried and taken care of in a proper way so that we can extract DNA and send it off for testing. And the way we used to do that is no longer here. They ripped it out, but we basically had a system that we hand built, to try and get it done.
This will be better.
Yes, there's systems now that we're going to purchase and put in there that it'll dry within several hours, so that it limits the risk of contamination. from people walking by. The second floor and this floor get completed the end of June, beginning of July, supposed to be the timeline.
Okay.
And then what happens is we have to take officers, like the detectives will move up into this area, and we'll temporarily house them up here while the rest of the work's done. And our patrol division will move up into the second floor so we can do the basement and the first floor. But thank you. I can't express to you how much we appreciate the help that you guys give us on a regular basis. So, great partner.
Reciprocal, you know.
Well, I know.